welcome back to a brand new vlog. Today we are doing something very different for my channel because this is really going to be focused on my small business. For a touch of context, just in case you have no idea what I'm talking about, I have a small business called Paige Doodles. I started it back in 2020. It was like my little COVID baby. There's a day where I just got really bored and I started drawing digitally and sharing that digital art on social media. I was initially sharing it on my main beauty lifestyle account, but I thought I was sharing a little bit too much. So I decided to make a completely separate account for my art. I just kept sharing. People were asking me to make my drawings into stickers and prints. And so I was like, really? Just like that, Paige Doodles was born. And very slowly but surely over the last 4 years, the stationery shop became a huge part of not just my life, but also my job. My shop has grown quite a bit as well over the last couple of years. I sell everything from stickers and totes and bookmarks, notepads, and various other things, all from obviously my own designs. So with all that being said, I'm actually going to be doing a market, a little holiday market pop-up this weekend. And over the last 2 weeks, I have been in major prep mode, prepping for this market. This is going to be my third official market that I'm attending and popping up at. I did my very first one actually in Toronto last November, and ever since I did that pop-up, I really got the pop-up bug. As a business that's online only, it's just so much fun and so rewarding and so different as well to show everything in person and to get people's in-person reactions to all of my products and to be able to interact with people. I actually went into this market way more confident than I should have been. At the beginning of this week, I decided to just set up my table just to make sure that everything was looking good and I wasn't really missing anything. And after I set it up, I started panicking. I was like, I need to change everything because this is not working. It's not giving what I want it to give. I want it to look a little bit more professional and refined. And so I decided to redo everything the week of my market, which is hilarious considering I had about a month to do this. But of course, everything always happens the week before. It's just how it is. And so one of the biggest changes that I made was actually to these little risers, which are baskets from IKEA. I actually was using these colorful boxes. And while they looked really cute on the table, they were really fun and colorful, I felt like they were really distracting, and all of my products themselves are really colorful. So they were kind of getting lost. I decided to change all of them and go with something a little bit more simple. And I'm so happy that I did that because I feel like it just makes it look so much cleaner and everything just pops so much more. Another big thing that I changed was my signage. Before I had these guys, I basically just had handwritten signs and I had a chalkboard, and they were fine, but they just didn't look the most professional. So I ended up getting these wooden squares from Michael's. I spray painted them all the same purple, and then I cut out vinyl letters. Honestly, it might have been the stupidest thing I'd ever done. They turned out great, but I was working hard, not smart. What would have been so much easier was just printing it out on, purple paper like I did for this sign, which looks equally as great, and then just stuck it on here. But I didn't do that, and instead it took me 4 hours to individually put every single letter on all of these signs. But it ended up working out in the end. It's fine. I just regret it lightly. I also added this arch thing. I don't even know what you would call this. It's like a table art because I'm including totes for the first time at a market and I had no clue where to put them. My table's only 6 feet, so I really didn't have more room to put the totes on the table itself, and I wanted them to be displayed nicely so that you can actually see what they look like. I feel like it's just the best way to actually see the totes without them being in the way and still having a place to shine. And I put these cutie little price tags, these oversized price tags on them. There's a couple things that still needs to get done. A big one is packing up all of this, including my products that I want to bring. I also need to prep some products. For example, I got to package up all of my greeting cards. I also have so many boxes in my office right now of new products that I need to open up, organize. So first things first, I think we're going to unbox all of the products and just get these boxes also out of my office because it's stressing me out. So these boxes all have all of my new totes. I am so excited about these new totes. This is I'd rather be at home with my dog. They are a huge upgrade from the previous totes that I had in my shop. I actually got the totes themselves, the actual totes, handmade here in Montreal, which took so much time to find a manufacturer here locally. I really didn't want to make more totes until I found that manufacturer because I just wasn't 100% happy with the quality of the totes that I was getting. These are my previous totes and they're totally fine. I feel like 99% of totes are made using this exact tote, but I'm really entering a new era of Jamie Paige Doodles. Quality of just everything across the board, I feel like is just leveling up. The canvas is so thick and so durable, and the screen printing is also done here in Montreal as well. I'm just really proud of these. I feel like they turned out perfect, and it's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. Here's the cat version of the tote. This cat is modeled after Gus, obviously. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Okay. Oh God. It's okay for now. And this is the new extra large grocery tote. It's absolutely massive. It's literally the size of my entire torso. Like this would fit your entire order of groceries. The blue color is absolutely stunning, and I also made it in green, which I'll show you in a sec. I feel like because these are so big, they shouldn't even be in these bins. They should just be flat on the shelf. Yeah, that's so much better. Here's the green one, the green straps. Ooh, I'm realizing in this moment that I'm gonna have to rethink my storage. Not now, because there's other things to take care of at the moment, but I need to like rejig my office because this is just not gonna work. We're expanding and I need more room. Whew. These are the new List Girl Doodle pads. So the List Girl Doodle pad was one of my best sellers when I launched them, and I wanted to make new color variations. So I made a purple version, and it's very like monochromatic. We got purple foil, the purple cover, and then the inside is actually purple paper. Well, very, very light purple paper. And then we have the blue version. I actually have a fun story. So I'm working on a completely separate project for Jamie Paige Doodles that does include a doodle pad, and I get the inner part of the pads from a separate supplier. And when I received them, I realized that the color of the pad just wasn't quite right for the project that I was working on. Like this blue, I had ordered it thinking that it was going to come as like a green color, and it's just not green at all. I mean, it's completely blue, so it didn't work with a project I was working on. And so I ended up ordering a second order, which were these pinky pads, and again, it just didn't quite go with the design that I was working on. So then I had all of these pads that just weren't really the right color for what I was working on, and I didn't know what to do with them. So I decided to obviously make some lemonade out of lemons, and I decided to make new List Girl Doodle pads that suited this paper perfectly. So they wouldn't go to waste. Obviously, I would never let them go to waste. And it was actually a very happy mistake because I absolutely love how these guys turned out. And that's how they were born. Things like that happen all the time. I feel like owning a small business, you realize more and more just how many fires you have to take out. Like there's always an issue. And one of the biggest skills that you learn as a small business owner is how to pivot and how to make lemonade out of lemons. Okay, this box has all of my new bookmarks, and these are very, 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 very exciting. Bookmarks have really become like a huge part of my shop, and I've been having so much fun making just like fun, unique bookmarks. So many people have told me that they use crumpled up receipts as their bookmarks, and it's something that I haven't been able to get out of my mind. So during one of my meetings with Cow Goes Moo, I told them that I wanted to make a fancy letterpressed crumpled receipt to really play off of the idea that so many people use crumpled receipts as bookmarks just because it's like a very convenient and easy thing to use. Obviously, they were so on board, and the design is perfection. This is the crumpled Jamie Paige Doodles receipt letterpressed bookmark. It just makes me laugh so hard because it's so ridiculous. There's just so much that went into this crumpled receipt bookmark. It's incredible. So the paper itself is like super, super thick. So even though this is a crumpled bookmark, this ain't getting crumpled anytime soon. And the text itself is not just like printed on this paper, it's actually foiled on it. So there's an impression here, and it just looks and feels like so luxe. And what makes this really cool is it's obviously a custom shape to really give it that crumpled look. If you look closely, you'll see that there's this blind impression all throughout the bookmark to make it look crumpled, to really like drive that illusion home. And what's even cuter is that the entire receipt is free. You got a full 100% discount plus 127 doodle points. And then at the bottom it says customer copy, thank you. Those little details just make everything so, so, so good. And it even says served by Jamie Paige. Fantastic. So this is the crumpled receipt bookmark. I'm so excited to see how it's going to do at the market. I'm very curious because I feel like this is something that deserves a little bit of like an explanation. So I don't know if people are going to see this and be like confused by it and be like, what is this? I'm going to have to like explain to them like the whole concept or idea, or if people are going to get it right away. Because online, I feel like people are getting it. Like I just posted my reveal video for the entire collection and people are like really excited about this in particular, but it's because I explained it, you know, and I'm curious to see how it will be received in person. That's going to be really interesting to see. So that's the crumpled receipt bookmark. I also made a spicy bookmark that's in the shape of a flame, and obviously the spicy text is foiled in this stunning like reddish brown color. Yeah, I mean, need I say more? This is for all of my spicy book readers out there who wanted a spicy bookmark. Now you have one, and she's spicy. I did also make new color variations for some of my most popular bookmarks, like the emotional support book foiled bookmark. This is the original foiled bookmark that I ever made. I've made a lot of variations of this bookmark, and with every new launch, it's always limited edition. So when they're gone, they're gone. But I've done matte black before, and it was one of my most popular launches, and people always ask me to bring it back. So I brought it back with a different foil. This is a silvery blue. And then this one is a purple blue shift. I mean, it's like the most incredible foil. And then I have new colors for Do It for the Plot, which are my ribbon bookmarks. These I've also launched before, but these are brand new colors, tone on tone. We got sage green and teal. While I'm here just showing you everything, I might as well also show you the grocery list doodle pad that we also made. This is my favorite thing I've ever made in my shop, ever. I had a grocery list notepad. That was one of my original bestsellers in my shop, and I really wanted to make another grocery list notepad, but elevated while still keeping it really fun and cute. And here she is. This is the green version, and then we also have the bright blue version. You might notice it's the same doodles as the totes, and I wanted also the colors to match the totes pretty much perfectly as well. So this again is not printed on the paper. Like these doodles are foiled into the paper. So there's this gorgeous impression. So I was actually with Sarah and Allison when they were making these, and it was so interesting to see the process because they make these on this very, very, very old machine. And it actually really was not easy to get these made. We were having a lot of trouble with the paper and with the foil, just kind of getting everything to work properly. Like I said, so much love and time went into these guys, and they turned out absolutely perfect. It put even more appreciation than I already had into these, just seeing, you know, like how much time and love and finessing it took to get these perfect, because it wasn't easy, but they turned out stunning. And the very last thing in my new drop, and this is actually a brand new thing in my shop as a whole, is a new keychain. I have a Pickle Girl sticker, and it's one of my current bestsellers. When I was at my last market, it was also one of my bestsellers at the market. Like I think every single person who came to buy something bought a Pickle Girl sticker. So I knew I wanted to take that design and put it on something else. And I thought a keychain was the best idea. And so I made it into a keychain. It's a hard enamel keychain, and it's just adorable. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever done a keychain, so it's super exciting. And I can't wait to see how the people at the market are going to react to these as well. So curious. So I want to make small signs for the grocery list notepads and for the list girl notepads, just so that people know at a glance what they are. I mean, I think it's obvious, but still, I also don't think it hurts. I used to use this Cricut all the time when I first started my shop. I actually initially started to make my stickers on this Cricut. I no longer do that, I now outsource them. But there was a moment where I was going to get rid of this, and I'm so happy that I did it. With all of my markets, I have pulled out this Cricut so many times to make like little bits and bops. All right, my mini signs are done. They're looking very cute. We got the grocery list one, and I'll probably just put it in the corner over here. I'm gonna glue it with like a little glue dot tomorrow, and then for all of your lists, we'll go over here. All right, the last thing that I gotta do before I start packing up everything is prep my greeting cards. I need to put my cards and the envelopes together in a little package. I bring in a bunch of my like holiday-ish themed cards to the market. We have I'm So Grateful for You. There's Gus again. And this is actually modeled after the golden retriever that I had growing up. A little holiday cat, holiday pup, lots of animal themed greeting cards. Meowie Christmas, there's Gus again. And then I also have Stay Toasty, which is more of like a general wintry theme. Oh my God, my desk is such a mess. Everything is just such a mess. One of the things that I struggle with the most when it comes to markets is trying to figure out how much of each product to bring, because I have no idea what to expect. The last market that I did, I sold almost no cards at all. I think I sold like 2. The most popular product was definitely stickers and bookmarks, I would say. But it might be different at this market because we are nearing the holidays. People might be looking for holiday cards. And it's very interesting because I noticed in my last market, all of my cat things sold a lot more than my dog things. I'm still gonna bring an equal amount of each, but it seems like cat people are more into the merch. I don't know. 10, like, am I selling 20? Am I selling 30? Am I selling 2? I literally don't know. I think I'm gonna bring 30 of each. I feel like that's a pretty safe number. Maybe I'm a little bit too optimistic. I don't know. Oh my God. Okay. All right. My mom came by because I called her and I said, Mom, I need my emotional support mom, please, because I am very stressed. She came by, which is very sweet of her, and now she's packing up my cards so that I don't have to do it. Good morning. It's the day of I almost said festival. Market. It's the day of the market. Last night, I slept horribly. I had so many nightmares that I was waking up late. I had a dream where I came downstairs and my whole house was a disaster and I had to start cleaning it all up. And then by the time I finished cleaning, I was already late. So I'm full of energy right now because I'm genuinely just so excited. My car is packed to the brim with all of my stuff. And now basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna first go inside, see where I'm situated, and then once I know where I am, I'm gonna come back to my car and start loading things in. Right now it's 8:15. The market starts at 10, so we have about an hour and a half to set up. Would you believe that my hair was curled by socks? It's literally the best thing that I've ever done. I slept with 2 fuzzy socks in my hair, and when I took them out this morning, I was just shocked at how good.
And it holds?
Yeah, I mean, my hair holds a curl because it's curly, so I feel like it will.
But for not heatless, this is like 12 on 10. Fantastic.
12 on 10. Try sock curls, guys, because it actually works. Anyways, okay, let's go.
2,000 years later.
We are sweating. We are already a little bit tired. My heart rate is high, but we did it. So now let's start setting up. Where to begin? There's so much stuff. First thing I'm gonna do is set up my tote thing. Comes together quickly, thankfully. There we go. Oh my God, perfect fit. So I want 2 for display. I'm gonna have to open those up. So I'm only gonna display like a handful just because I don't want it to be too overwhelming, and then I can always re-up if by chance I sell through them. Something for everybody here. Cat people, dog people, winter people, more cat people, just grateful people, and Swifties. So last night I got a delivery from UPS. Thank goodness, because I was waiting for it. I ordered very last minute Christmas stickers that I actually had launched like years ago, but they're back, and I thought it'd be perfect for the holidays. So thank goodness I got them in time. Yeah, they're really cute. So these are going right at the top. The baking cookies is actually very holiday as well. Don't want to like cover that, so like maybe it's better to put them in the front, you know, like here. Yeah.
That's real.
Everything. Okay, so I'm putting cardboard in the totes so that they stay flat. So fucking cute. Perfect fit. Here we go. Pour tous vos listes. Pour vos listes d'épicerie. Blue dots. So we're all set up. Let me give you a little tour. We have my totes. We have the small ones. We have the big ones. I'm right in the middle. Then moving on to the front, we have our single sticker section. Jamie Paige Doodles stickers that people could take for free, as well as my card. Sticker sheets, keychains, pins. The foil bookmarks have their own section because they're special. All the doodle pads are here. Then we have the cards and the bookmarks. We really came at the perfect time. It took about an hour and a half to set up everything. Behind here, this is where all the magic happens. It's a little bit of a mess, but we have the tote storage over here, wrapping station. These are all the thank you cards and my little square reader for payments. And that's it. So now we wait. This is modeled after my cat. His name is Gus, and this is an exact pose that he makes. He's a big inspiration in my shop. He's like everywhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with my cat.
Love it.
We have a little bundle. If you get 5, you basically get 1 free. Yeah.
It's a bookmark. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much. These are all hand pressed here in Montreal.
Really nice.
You're gonna get one of these?
Yeah.
Great. So it's gonna be $20.70, please. Thank you so much. Enjoy. We are 5 hours in. I have Allison here. Hello. Allison is one half of the part of Cow Goes Moo. Allison's been helping me over the last couple of hours, and everything is going great. A lot of people are loving to ask me about my cat pin. And I would say the biggest shock of the day is that I've sold none of my grocery totes, which is making me a little bit sad. I actually feel like my French has improved slightly. Day to day, I don't really speak French that often, but in the markets, I'm speaking French quite a bit more. Bonjour, hi. And I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. Although today I forgot how to say 45. I said 85, and it's not. It's 45. Allison is in charge of saying bonjour, hi, though. Every single person that comes by gets a nice bonjour, hi.
Day 2.
Good morning. I'm so sorry about this really weird angle, but it's just gonna be what it is this morning. So we are going into day 2 and the final day of the market. Yesterday overall went really nicely. There's just something so special about just seeing people's reactions to my products in person. There were so many people who just stopped in my booth and would just browse everything that I had, and you can see like their eyes kind of light up as they were looking at all of my items. So many people were just like laughing and giggling to themselves, and just like seeing that makes me so unbelievably happy. I've been selling online now for 4 years, so I'm really used to the online market, and I kind of know like what translates online and what doesn't. And it's really interesting to see what translates in person versus what translates online, because one of my least popular items on my shop online are my pins. And at the market, it is literally my most popular item, which is just so interesting. The biggest surprise to me was the fact that nobody picked up the spicy bookmark. And that is like one of the items that people are most excited about for this most recent launch online. I feel like maybe when people are just passing by, they don't know that it's a bookmark, because I did have one person be like, oh, this is a really big sticker. I don't know if it's not translating because it doesn't look like a traditional bookmark. And so today I'm gonna bring like an actual book to display some of the bookmarks in a book, so that at quick glance people can see, oh no, this is not a sticker, it is a bookmark. The receipt bookmark as well, I kind of knew wouldn't really translate that well in person, just because it's such a concept and it's something that kind of needs to be explained. Somebody even thought it was like my price display, which was hilarious.
Oh, single stickers.
Oh, no. That's a bookmark. No, I'm dead. That's actually so funny.
I'm like 18.
No, it's my crumpled receipt bookmark, because a lot of people use crumpled receipts as bookmarks.
Okay, yeah, it's true. I get
So
it
I
now.
made like a pretty one.
It's just because I saw like the.
No, but
use
that's
it as your
actually
price
so
list.
funny. I love that you thought it was.
This is so much bigger and I didn't look back.
talking to a lot of the vendors at the end, and a lot of them were telling me that it was pretty tame for a holiday market. They expected that there would be a little bit more people. And yesterday was very equivalent to like my first day at my last market, which was just like a regular October market. Typically, like, you just expect the holidays are just a little bit crazier. And I'm curious of what the vibe is going to be like today. Normally on Sundays, at least in my previous 2 experiences, they're slower. I'm really curious to see if that's going to be the case. I really need some dry shampoo because my hair looks a little bit dirty, but I think it is what it is. Okay, let's head out. This is my cat, Gus. He's very fluffy. He's everywhere. He's here. He's here. He's on the top of the Christmas tree. I'm obsessed with my cat. Is this for you?
As for Efron.
Okay, amazing. Is this for you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Feel free to also grab a sticker if you'd like. Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Your whole vibe is incredible, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Yes.
So,
yes. I love it.
What else can I add?
I feel like we need more things that complement the green. Plant
Maybe
girl?
the Super one.
Are you plant girl?
I want to be, but my cat needs all my plants.
Oh my God. These are also really cute.
That's true. I could just get a pack and
Yeah.
put that in the baking order.
Exactly.
My stem mixer is exactly the same.
Oh my God, amazing. They're the exact same vinyl, so they're just as durable
nice.
on the water bottle. Okay, amazing. And it's for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Send me a picture once you decorate.
I shall.
It's gonna be really cute. And feel free to take a Jamie Paige Doodle sticker if you'd like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
They're to take because people use crumpled receipts as bookmarks.
100%.
So I was like, I'm gonna make a crumpled receipt that's cute.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. Yes.
I would take this.
Okay, great.
This one, the list notes.
In the blue or the green? Blue one? Okay, great. Ooh.
Thank you.
The Tante 19. Thank you so much. Enjoy it.
Here's for my iPad.
Beautiful. What's your vibe? Sunny Side Up is really cute. It's one of my favorites. There is a dog sleeping on a stack of books. Even these guys, like smaller ones, are just cute to like decorate around. There's the dog one as well. You really want to go dog crazy?
You have both my dogs on this. I have no choice to get this
Really?
now.
So do you have a Havanese?
No, so he's a poodle.
Okay.
So,
So this is my old dog, Ollie. All of these are like actual people's dogs that I drew.
I love that.
I also have it in like a bluey silver if you want to see it.
Thank you.
Oh, bye. See you later. I didn't put it out because I didn't have room, but this one? Okay. Thank you so much. There you go. Thank you so much. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye. Guess who's here?
It's me. It's me.
It's Tiff.
For those who don't know, it's Tiffly_Tiffany on Instagram, TikTok.
I feel very lucky. So many friends came to visit. Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, I'm the most important.
Of course, of course.
6.5 hours later.
Time to pack up. Hello. So it's been about a week since the market, and I wanted to sit down before ending off this video and do a little recap and also talk about some tips that I have, some things that I learned, and even what I sold. All in all, the market was definitely a success. I personally had so much fun doing it. I spend most of my time and most of my work days alone. I'm either talking to a camera or I'm, just alone in my office, like doing my thing. So to be able to be at a market and have that face-to-face connection with people who watch my videos and who came to say hi and just other people just visiting the market, it was honestly just so much fun. And it's so funny because I've always considered myself an introvert, but I really don't think I am anymore. I think maybe I'm growing out of that part of myself, and maybe I'm a little bit more of an extrovert than I realized, because I got so much energy and so much joy from chatting with people all day. You would think that after 8 hours of being on your feet and like talking to people, you would be tired. And yes, I was tired by the end of the day, but I was also so energized. With that said, I don't think I would be able to do a market every single weekend. And kudos to the artists and the small business owners who do markets for the majority of the year, because it is physically exhausting and it can also be socially exhausting as well, because you have to be on the entire day. But because I don't do markets that often, the novelty of that is still very much there for me. I also want to say how lovely it was to meet so many of you guys who came by the booth to say hi. There were a couple people who came by who have been such a huge supporter of Jamie Paige Shoodles, and like I've known their name for such a long time, and it was just so cool to be able to put a face to the name and to finally just meet. I also want to highlight how lovely all of the other vendors were at the market, and that is always just like a huge plus to be able to be at these markets, is really connecting with other small businesses. Some things that I learned or I wish I would have done a little bit differently. Number one, I brought way too much inventory. While this was generally a pretty busy market, like I had mentioned, a lot of the other vendors and even the organizer of the event had said that they expected a lot more people at this market because it was a holiday market. Last year at this exact market, it was, I think, like double the amount of people. So I brought inventory thinking that it was going to be the wildest weekend of my life. And I definitely didn't need to. I could have lightened my load quite a bit. And obviously that's not a big deal at all. I would rather have too much inventory than not enough inventory, frankly. But that was just something that I noticed, and maybe I need to be a little bit more realistic in my future markets. Something else that I definitely need to consider bringing into my next market, especially here in Montreal, are French products. If you didn't know, Quebec is a bilingual province, so we speak both English and French. And so having French products at my markets would definitely open myself up to probably a bigger demographic here. While there were a lot of people who came to my booth who were French speaking, who picked up some of my English products because a lot of people could speak both, there were also a lot of French speaking people who came by my booth who were disappointed to see that I didn't have any French products, which I honestly totally understand. And it's something that I didn't really think that much about because the large majority of my business is obviously online. All of my products are in English. And I'm realizing just how important it actually is to have at least like a nice handful of French products if I plan on doing more markets here in Montreal. I did actually get a couple of really mean customers concerning the French. This lady came to my booth and she basically said shame on me for having English products, and she basically kept repeating it over and over again and was getting very angry, and like I didn't even really know what to say or do because I was just kind of in shock. I couldn't believe that she was pretty much yelling at me. That was thankfully the only like poor experience that I had with a customer. And on the topic of French, this was something that I was actually really nervous about. I grew up here in Montreal and I can understand French absolutely perfectly, but speaking French is a little bit of a different story for me. While I know what I want to say, I find it really hard to speak French because I get really nervous, I get really shy, and it just doesn't come as naturally to me. So I was really nervous that I wouldn't be able to handle myself or like have conversations with people in French, but I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised to see that the majority of people were really understanding in kind of working with me as I was trying to speak French to them. They saw that I was trying to communicate to the best of my ability and they weren't like making me feel bad about it. And I was just worried that I would have a little bit more trouble. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty and talk about what I sold. What was some of the best sellers? What were some of the worst sellers? So stickers were my number one bestseller, and that is definitely no surprise. I would have been shocked if something else would have been a bestseller because stickers really are like the bread and butter of my stationery shop. I also had a little promotion going on for my stickers. When you would buy 5 stickers, it was essentially like you were getting 1 free. So that was a little bundle, and a lot of people definitely took advantage of that bundle. So all in all, I sold 196 single stickers. My second bestseller were my sticker sheets, and I sold 46 of those. 28 foiled bookmarks, 14 pins, which pretty much solely consists of the Ask Me About My Cat pin, and I'm now officially sold out of that. 11 totes, 11 greeting cards, 10 doodle pads, and 3 keychains. So there were a couple things that really surprised me, especially for the keychains. I thought that I would go through my entire stock at the market. And that didn't happen because, as I said, I sold 3. I just assumed that because the Pickle Girl sticker was doing so well at my previous market, like I think every single person who came by my market during my fall market bought a pickle girl sticker. I thought that there were so many people who resonated with being a pickle girl and they would be really excited to see a pickle girl keychain, but that just didn't end up being the case. As for my totes, not surprising at all, the I'd rather be at home with my cat tote was definitely the #1 bestseller. Cat people just love merch. I've noticed that generally speaking, my cat and dog items do very, very well because I feel like most people who have pets are obsessed with their pets. And I think because they are so relatable in that way, people connect with them a little bit more than say like a grocery tote, for example. I sold 0 of my grocery totes at the market, which was surprising, but also not that surprising for me because while a lot of people like stopped and admired it and seemed to really like it, it was also my highest priced item at my tables. On kind of a different note, all of this has been launched online and it's actually selling really well online. So again, just really interesting the difference between online and in person. So the foil bookmarks were also really interesting. The crumpled receipt and the spicy fire flame bookmark also sold very, 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 very little at the market. I would say like the majority of the foil bookmarks that I sold were for the emotional support bookmark and for the do it for the plot ribbon bookmark. I wasn't that surprised for the crumpled receipt because like I said, I wasn't sure if people would get it without me kind of like explaining to them the concept behind the bookmark, but I was really surprised about the fire flame. I don't know, maybe there just wasn't a lot of spicy book readers who came to my table. I do definitely think putting that book down my second day made a big difference in just people knowing that they were bookmarks because I think the first day when I just had them kind of displayed, I don't think it was as clear. But just to give you a little example of the difference between online and in person, crumpled receipt was actually very popular and I think it was like my first or second bestseller in the bookmark category from this collection. So very interesting. Something else that I want to include in my booth for future markets are made in Montreal signs because I do feel like it is like a really notable part of a lot of my products. And anytime I mentioned that to a customer who would come by my booth, it seemed like they were really excited to hear that. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I try and make a lot of my products here in Montreal. And that's pretty much it. My next market is actually this week on Thursday. I don't know exactly when this video is going up, but if it's going up before Thursday, December 12th, you can come see me at my next market. I'll put the details in the description box if you want to come say hi. And also be sure to be following me on my Doodle Instagram, which is at Jamie Paige Doodles, if you want to stay in the loop and get updated whenever new things come out and just see more behind the scenes stuff. See you guys in the next one. Bye.